Chris, everyone's got a story, and I just start from the beginning of your story. Tell me about yourself. Where were you born and raised?
Everett, Washington.
And were you raised with your mom and your dad? Any siblings?
Mom and stepdad.
Yeah. Any brothers, sisters?
One brother, one sister, and then my brother went to stay with his dad when we moved. We moved to Mount Vernon when I was 9, and my brother stayed with his grandma and his dad, and then it was just me and my 2 sisters.
So there was 4 total?
4 total, yeah,
Gotcha.
But only 3 in the house.
And tell me about home life. What was it like growing up in Everett or Mount Vernon? Because I know that's up north and some farmland and.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, there's a big Hispanic culture up there, which is cool. I mean, they started teaching Spanish in elementary school, but then they did one class of it and then stopped. I wish they would have kept going. It would have been cool, because then by high school we'd be like professional Spanish speakers.
Did you learn Spanish?
I did the one class.
One class, gotcha.
And then I did another class when I was in sophomore, yeah.
And you went to high school, I guess, in Mount Vernon?
I went to 4 different high schools. I bounced back and forth. My family moved out to South Dakota, Rapid City.
Oh, wow.
When I was 12. Sorry. God damn. When I was 12. And, I was 13. And then we were out there for a little while. A year and a half later, they moved back to Mount Vernon, and I stayed. I think the first time, I stayed. And then I came back to Mount Vernon with them, and then we all went out there back to South Dakota again when I was 14 for about 6 months. And then they moved back. I stayed.
Oh, wow.
And then I moved back. We did that 3 times.
So you had family there or something? Other
yeah,
family?
my mom's side of the family's
Gotcha.
there.
So you stay with aunts and uncles?
My real dad, his family's there, I guess.
Gotcha.
In the Midwest somewhere.
Yeah, that's a lot of back and forth, man.
Yeah.
Was that, I mean, I don't know, you're 13, 14, I imagine going through puberty at that time. What was it like going back and forth? I mean.
It was all right. I mean, I stayed for the first, I was there for all of 8th grade, and then I was there for the beginning couple months of 9th grade, and then I went to, I came back for Christmas, went to Mount Vernon for Christmas with my family, and decided to stay.
Yeah.
And then by the end of summer, the following year, I went back out there. I guess I went by myself the other times. My family didn't move back out there again.
Yeah.
So, it was back and forth for holidays, and I guess I would stay. I'd do like half a school year out there, and then half a school year here. And then I met my daughter's mom. I ended up staying out here. I started school again. I lived with a friend's sister. One of my friends, my best friend's sister that I met in 4th grade. I lived with her for a little while in Burlington, which is just outside of Mount Vernon.
Right. And this is all like your teenage years?
Yeah. And then from there, I went to Cedar Woolley. I was doing school again. I went to State Street High School in Cedar Woolley, and then back to Burlington again. I do back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
And did Burlington, Edison North, and I stayed all the way up until 2 months before graduation, and then I dropped out. And that was my teenage years.
And during those years, did you have a hobby? Were you skating? I don't know. Any sports, or just kind of? What were you doing with your friends?
Just hanging out with my friends, I guess. Yeah. Video games and weed.
Yeah, high school, typical high school stuff. Yeah, right on. So when you dropped out, what did you do?
I got a job at a place called Double Barrel Barbecue, and that was in Burlington, and I worked there from April until like December. And then that was my first job. I got overwhelmed come about Christmas time because my boss wanted me to hang Christmas lights, and then we kept having like a lot of customers, tons and tons of customers, and I was trying to get he gave me this list to get everything done, and I was working a whole day by myself, and I got super overwhelmed because I couldn't get the Christmas lights done. And I figured, okay, I'll get them done at the end of the day when we're closed. He comes in, he's like, all right. He goes, we were super slow today. It was also my first day by myself. He's like, so I got to send you home as fast as you can. Don't worry about the Christmas lights. And I don't know. I said, fuck it. I quit.
Never came back.
Yeah, I was frustrated.
Yeah, man, the food service industry.
Looking back, it's like I should have just been like, hey, it probably wasn't even that big of a deal. You know, probably could have got them done the next day. But I wasn't thinking like that when I was that age.
Yeah, nobody is really, right? You think it's like the end of...
Double Barrel Barbecue wasn't my first job. My first job was in South Dakota when I was in ninth grade, summer of ninth grade. I was a janitor at a KOA campground. Double Barrel Barbecue was my second job.
Oh, right on, there you go. KOAs, yeah, I remember those.
Yep.
And so, I don't know how old you are now.
36.
36, but in your, let's see, you're out of high school, like what, 17, 18? What's going on in your early 20s kind of thing?
Like I said, I was in Cedar Valley. I met a girl that ended up being my daughter's mom. We were hanging out, and we moved out. I got a job at Burger King. Where else? I worked at McDonald's for a little bit.
Now, did you have your daughter then? Or
No, we went out to South Dakota for a little while,
Gotcha.
And I worked at an airport restaurant, which was cool. I liked that. It was steady. And, excuse me, you can still smoke indoors over there. It was kind of weird. Especially because our kitchen, we had there's like a wall. When you walk in, there's a wall, and then there's like
smoking, non-smoking.
Yeah, there's the kitchen's on this side, and then there's a prep on that side, and then there's like a divider, like a portable cubicle thing that's right here. And so when you walk in, you see this chair and a little table, and there's like a coffee can and ashtray, and I'm like, whoa.
Inside.
It's like in the kitchen, but it was like in between. There's a little in between area, but with a fan above it. It was weird.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, I remember.
Just around the corner, there's food made.
Yeah,
So.
well, I remember going as a kid in the restaurants, and Bob Big Boy, and it'd be like, was my family smoking or non-smoking? And you're like, yeah, people are eating and just like smoking and.
Yeah, I remember seeing that when I was really young, actually.
Yeah, it is weird. It's strange. And then one of my first memories on a plane was like playing with the ashtray, the little like metal bucket ashtrays on the armrest, kind of thing. When they still smoked in planes. Maybe I'm dating myself. Anyway, so, when did you have your daughter? How old is she?
I was 23. She's 13 now, or going to be 13.
Yeah. I have two daughters.
You have two daughters?
Tell me about the experience. Were you there when she was born?
Yeah.
Can you tell me about that?
She's a C-section.
Oh, yeah. I know that. Yep.
And it was weird. They put a cloth up, so I couldn't really see. But
the blue cloth?
Yeah, blue cloth.
The blue cloth.
Blue cloth. And then the doctors, they were super I don't know, just focused on what they were doing. And they were talking, and I remember looking at my daughter's mom's eyes, and she was super scared.
Yeah.
And 'cause she's awake the whole time. And I could feel them doing, it was weird. I could feel them doing stuff. I was holding her hand. I could feel them doing stuff. And when they pulled my daughter out, you almost felt like that suction kind of thing. And the look on her face is just weird, really weird.
Yeah.
It's like they just pulled half of her away. It was strange.
Well, I mean, around 10 pounds out, right?
My daughter was 5 pounds,
or 5
19
pounds.
5 pounds, 16.4 ounces or something.
Yeah.
Or no, not 16, 8.6 ounces or something like that. That's what it was. She's about 5.5 pounds.
And what's her name?
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne, that's the tattoo you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my aunt picked the name.
That's a good name, man.
My aunt Mel, yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of Native in our family.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, my family is mixed race, just about everywhere. Well, kind of. I mean, every continent for sure. So, it's all right.
And so, when you were 23, you're with your partner and a daughter. Did you guys go to? You living together, kind of thing?
Yeah, we were in South Dakota, and then
South Dakota,
she didn't
right.
like South Dakota, so we went to her cousin's house and her aunt in Boise. And I remember looking for a job. Boise, Garden City, Idaho, is where we were staying. And she got a job right away, super easy, Taco Bell. She liked it. I was looking for work. Like, I remember walking, like, every day I would go farther and farther and farther away from the house.
Applying at different places?
Applying at different places, trying to get a job. Both of us first started at a call center. We both got jobs at a call center, and it was like, you had to have like a rolling average of $800 a week in sales. And so they're like, we don't count the first week. Okay, so then, all right. So that doesn't count. You don't have to get $800 for the first week because it's your first week.
So you work for free?
But they still want the rolling average of $800 at every 3 weeks they tally it up. So they still want the first week you don't have to get $800, but come 3 weeks in, they're still counting up and they still want you to have the rolling average of $800. So to get that, you have to get $800 the first week. So that didn't make sense to me. But
$800 what? Like calls?
$800 worth of sales. We sold advertising. Like they were making posters, and on the posters, like for like a movie or something like that, you have like a 4x4 inch square of whatever business bought that. Yeah. So there was that call center, and then there was one owned by Donald Trump next door, and that one cost $500 to work there up front. So
you paid to work there?
Yeah. You had to have $250 up front for, what was it, application processing fee, and then there was another $250 fee, but that could come out of your first check.
It sounds like something Donald Trump would do.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, damn, dude, that's insane.
It is insane. Well, let's see. So you guys are living in South Dakota, looking for work, and then raising your daughter?
Yeah.
Was family
No. Our daughter wasn't born until we moved back. We moved from Idaho because I couldn't find work. I even at temp services, I got hired on at like 4 temp services, and I was laid off like the day before work at all of them. Like, they're like, oh yeah, we're sorry to inform you, you're supposed to start work tomorrow, but we hired 100 people, and we just laid off 150. So
we overhired people.
Yeah.
It's like overbooking a flight. So your daughter was born here?
Yeah, she was born in Auburn.
Oh, gotcha, guys.
Auburn, yeah. We moved to Bonnie Lake, my daughter's mom's grandparents' house. And they were like real Catholic. I wasn't allowed to stay in the house, so I stayed in the motorhome. And then
you couldn't like sleep together until you're married?
Yeah, I couldn't even sleep in the house.
Yeah, couldn't even sleep in the house?
Yeah. And then I met who was it that got me the job? I think it was her sister told me about a place down in Sumner, which is at the bottom of the hill from Bonnie Lake, off of 410. And she said she can get me a job at this little gas house bakery and German restaurant, Casey's Caboose. And so she introduced me to the owner there, and he pretty much hired me. And went back and told her grandpa that I had a job, and he said, all right, now you don't need to be here anymore. And he told me that I could leave. He gave me $300 for a motel room.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, that's hardcore.
So we went to the motel.
That's pretty militant.
Yeah, super militant. He's a French dude, I think. But, so we went and stayed there, and her mom
And at this time, no baby yet?
No baby, no. And then her mom was really cool. She did her income taxes, and she moved us into an apartment. And because I had been working for about 2 weeks, but I didn't have enough for.
Yeah.
First, she moved us into an apartment with her income tax. Stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
She paid like $1,100, and I covered the rest.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Which wasn't very much. The rest wasn't very much. She saved her ass big time. Because, picking up, or the what was it? The motel week price was like all but like $50 of my paychecks.
Right.
And I was just washing dishes, so.
Right. Yeah, struggling.
Yeah, like 3, or it was like 4 days a week for sure. They gave me 5, and I was trying for 6. Sometimes I didn't have 5, but. And then I worked there for about 6 months.
Because the motels are like week to week, or is it every day you pay something?
They can do either or.
Or month
we
to
were doing
month.
week to week, trying to. It was a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
They wanted $80 a day, or it was
Right, something like that.
$300 a week or something like that.
How did you guys get out of there?
Just her mom, income tax time, she put us into a apartment.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it all happened really fast. It was like we were only in the motel for about a week and a half.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's right. You said that she helped get an apartment.
Yeah.
And with the Catholicism piece, did you guys have to get married?
No, we never married.
Never married. Gotcha. But had the baby.
Yeah,
But not at a grandparent's house.
No, not at her grandparents' house. No way in hell. They would not have that.
Yeah, so where did you well, you were living in the apartment you had your daughter. Gotcha. In Auburn, you said?
Another apartment was in Sumner. I was working in Sumner, yeah. We
Yeah.
had Auburn. We had her in Auburn because we liked the hospital there.
Gotcha.
We were like, I don't know. We picked a hospital. We did parenting classes together. All that kind of
stuff.
shit.
Right.
Yeah, we did like 3 courses of parenting classes together. And we did Planned Parenthood, and then we did another one and another one. I'm not sure. I don't remember what companies they were for, but they had like baby bucks and all that. And we got to earn like money to shop at their little store that they had, and yeah, I don't know. They hooked us up. I had switched jobs to a place called Dixie's Home Cooking, and between my coworkers there and bosses there and my boss at Casey's Caboose, we had a super awesome baby shower. Like, it was ridiculous. I couldn't even believe. Like, they went all out. They gave us like so much stuff, like everything. The whole living room of the apartment was like full of just baby stuff, like the stroller, car seat, all that, diapers, clothes. It was crazy. I never seen, like, it was a lot of stuff.
Yeah, sounds really generous.
A lot of stuff. I couldn't even believe it.
Yeah, because that stuff, I mean...
A lot of stuff. It was unbelievable. It was, whoa. Had to be at least $10,000 worth of stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe not that much, but I think so. What do you want, Goose?
Well, let's see. At some point in your life, you're raising your daughter with your partner, right? And she's growing up, and how long are you guys together until you're not together?
We split up when, my daughter was just about 2. Again, it was income tax time. Bought a car, paid a couple of people back. She wanted to move because she didn't like, we had new managers at the apartments, and she didn't like the fact that they were kind of trying to tell us who we could have over and who we couldn't have over. And
At your own apartment?
yeah, we were on a month-to-month lease, so they're like, oh, we could just say that we want to renovate and you'd have to move anyways if you don't like what we're saying. And I'm like, okay. So you're like threatening to kick us out if we don't listen to you. That sucks, even though you can't really do that. But they're like, yeah, we'll just say that we're renovating and you'll have to do it anyways. I'm like, fuck, assholes. So we moved. I found a better apartment. I thought she didn't like it as much, but it was bigger, way bigger. Like, but it was on the 2nd floor, and yeah, I don't know, I liked it a lot more because we had our own washer and dryer, we had a dishwasher.
In the same complex or a different complex?
A different complex.
Yeah.
We actually, before that, we had a unit in J2, building J, unit 2, and we moved from there to, when she got pregnant, we moved up a couple, like 7 units. They're like, I don't know, the apartment buildings they're rectangle, one floor, super ghetto. But we moved up to a 2-bedroom, which was a little bit bigger, but again, they're only like maybe 20 feet back from the front to the back of the apartment, and the apartment was like maybe 20 feet wide, so they're super tiny. And the new one was a lot better, a lot bigger, but she didn't like it because, it was an older apartment, and she thought it was ghetto, but I don't know, it was way bigger, I thought. Our living room was like as big as our apartment.
But
It was as big as the apartment we moved out of. And it was like $675 a month for rent. $500 deposit. It was super, super gravy.
Yeah. That's I mean, nowadays it's
As opposed to $850. Sorry. Nowadays, what?
I mean, $675 for 2 bedrooms, unheard of.
Yeah,
I mean,
I thought it was a good deal.
It's in Sumner, different, not Seattle, but yeah, it sounds like a good deal. So at around 2 years old, you guys split up.
Yeah, she took the baby and went to her grandma's house, and I kept the apartment for a little while, but I mean, come summertime, she realized she didn't want to come back, so I mean, I'm not gonna make her come back. I was going through it pretty good, and didn't want to go through it anymore. I don't know. I fucking moved in some coworkers. They told I started using my boss, the dishwasher that I let stay on the couch. He told my boss that I was using because he got in trouble for smoking in the back, and he blamed it on me.
What was the drug of choice?
Percocet. Yeah.
Was that the first time you started using stuff like that?
No. But I don't know. I ended up quitting, or I got fired.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up, I had a little bit of money saved up. I got fired, and then I moved out about a month later and left it to my coworkers. I wasn't there anyways, so.
You moved. Where did you move to?
I just moved to a duffel bag.
Oh, was that the first time you became unhoused?
Yeah.
Like living with your friends in that apartment too, on the street?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I stayed at another friend's place.
But yeah, couch surf for a little bit, and then eventually. And this is in Sumner? Gotcha. And how long ago was that?
Oh, shit. 11 years ago.
And it has been like that since then?
No, I got a place a couple times. And see, from there, she went up to Bonnie Lake. I stayed in Sumner. I ended up going up to Bonnie Lake. She went to Puyallup. I ended up moving in and staying on her couch. She got an apartment.
And is this your mom's or
Daughter's
your
mom.
Say it again?
This is my daughter's mom.
Okay, so you guys got back together.
No, she started dating a friend of mine, and so, which was all good. I was fine with that.
Okay.
He was a little insecure about me staying with them. I just stayed on the couch, but he was insecure about it. I wasn't really tripping. I was more tripping about the fact that they were all scared to tell me. Like, why not just tell me and be real about it? You don't gotta hide it. Like, fuck, just be real. You know? And he's just like, well, how could you guys not be like fooling around behind my back? You guys have a kid together, da-da-da-da-da-da. So, I don't know, maybe we're not attracted to each other anymore. I don't know, why are you tripping so hard?
Relationships are complicated.
Yeah, he's like, you've already like been there, done that. Why wouldn't you do it again? I said, because she's with you and she doesn't want to do that. People respect boundaries. I don't know. He was tripping because like he was gone for like a day or two, and he came back and he's like, oh, how long have you been here? And I said, well, I've been here for a couple days. And he's just like, oh, well, what? And he was just like, they got in an argument. I was like, wow. She's like, wow, I'm not used to that because I've never really been a jealous type. So not until later on I ended up getting jealous with my last girlfriend, kind of thing, which is weird because I was never really jealous before. But
well,
yeah.
let's talk about your current situation. We're in Ballard, and you got from Sumner to Ballard somehow.
Yeah, my mom had an apartment and downtown, and she said that I could move there and stay there with her. Get along, kind of, sort of, not really. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It just depends. I moved in and she let me and a girlfriend stay there for a little while, and said I could bring my daughter there, and then she ended up kicking me and my daughter out.
And by this time, your daughter's how old?
4.
4 years old, gotcha.
So I was excited to bring my daughter up here. That's what I wanted to do, but I ended up having to bring her back and which really sucked. Super sucked. Super duper sucked.
Did you guys go through like custody stuff, like legally, the court,
No.
or just kind of like
No.
you guys worked it out yourselves?
Worked it out ourselves. I mean, there was a brief while when my kid was in foster care, and
Oh wow.
so that was like a stop everything and fucking get. It was the minimum amount of time they can have a case open is 45 days, and that was like get everything, get your shit together, get in gear. Fucking had to pass a couple piss tests, so I quit everything, and so did she, and yeah, we were able to get our daughter back in case closed within 45 days, which was super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the goal.
That sounds terrifying too.
Yeah. It was like she let our daughter stay the night at her aunt's house, and like I learned from when I was younger, I was in foster care a couple times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I learned from when I was younger that for CPS to take a kid, they can't just show up and take the kid. They have to be some like a guardian or person who's in charge of the kid, like who has power of attorney over the kid, I guess. Mm-hmm. Whether it be like when a kid's in public school, the power of attorney is the school counselor. Mm-hmm. Or principal. But yeah, the kid has to be handed over by the temporary guardian or whatever, or a guardian. They can't just show up and be like, we're taking your kid. The guardian has to be okay with it, and
so
for them to do it.
You had experience going in foster care and out of foster care.
Yeah, I was in foster care for 1.5 years.
Oh wow! Like with the foster family?
Yes, several of them. Hella of them. A lot. They were just hella. Because it was weird, because like the first 6 months, we had one foster parent for, it was me and my sister, my oldest younger sister. We had one foster parent for, it was a couple, we were with them for like maybe 3 months. And then, other than that, it was like every couple of days we had to switch to a different foster parent. It's weird. And then we ended up staying with aunt and uncle out in Idaho. And we flew a plane from Black Goose.
Well, yeah, that kind of explains more the moving around a lot.
Yeah, I've moved a lot in my life. I've moved
Yeah.
so many fucking times, it's insane.
Yeah, it's a lot. Well, again, you're in Ballard. When did you come to Ballard then? And why Ballard?
I had a job when I was downtown for a little while, a couple of them. And then when I didn't have a place to stay anymore, because me and my mom, we didn't always get along, and the hen, she was on hen, and her hen ran out.
Gotcha.
And I ended up getting shorted for some money at my work. They messed up my paycheck. I was only paid minimum wage, and so then I had to get the 3 hours difference that it was, and then they gave me that, but they didn't give me my overtime, and which was like, would have been like $1,700 extra, and I didn't like that, so I didn't show up the next day and was quitting. And then I thought about it. I was like, well, maybe that's not the answer. So I went the following day, and they said, yeah, that ain't gonna work. You had a no call, no show yesterday, so bye. Yeah. Okay, well, fuck, I was quitting anyways, but damn it, they just took that from me.
And they never resolved it. You never got the
No,
overtime.
I didn't really know what to do to fix that.
Yeah. Well, let's see. So you're unhoused now. How long you been unhoused currently?
Off and on, like, I don't know, it's been like 4 years, off and on.
Like in Ballard, around Seattle?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And you talked to your Cheyenne, your daughter?
Sometime I was, we had a, actually, you know what, I was housed less than four years ago. What am I talking about? My girlfriend and I, she asked me to marry her, but we haven't really talked to each other too much. We got in an argument, she said she couldn't do it anymore, but we had an RV together for a while.
Okay, so you had some shelter there, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we had a place up until like, not last summer, but the summer before.
Oh, a couple years ago, yeah.
Yeah. And that was when we broke up, and yeah.
Gotcha.
So I've been on my own since then.
Yeah.
I had this weird thing where I had like no backpack, no extra clothes, no nothing. For like, I went through the whole winter just like, I bulked up. I had sweatpants, pants, and then like hella coats, and I would sleep at the bus benches, and I was just sitting there, just all bundled up, and that's how I was like every night for winter.
Dude, yeah,
Really
winter
weird.
got cold, man.
Dude, it was
Really
super
cold
cold.
last week.
It
This
was.
last winter.
I don't know what the hell was into me, but I was like super depressed or something, and I was just bottled up by myself. I didn't hardly talk to too many people, like at all. It was fucking weird, really weird, really weird.
You feel like it was kind of out of character for you or something?
Well, yeah, because now I'm like getting back into the feng shui of things. I got real eccentric. I don't know if it's because of being all lonerish, but
Eccentric, you said?
yeah.
Tell me more about that. What do you
Just
mean?
kind of just weird, like when I was talking to people that I knew and stuff, it's just like, it's real like bashful, real shy, like, and just fucking just off. Yeah, like I don't know how to explain it. It's real weird, different. And people are like almost put off by it. They're like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And so I kind of broke that stage, and yeah, which is good. And now I just got my wounds taken care of, and I need to fucking fix my foot. I got antibiotics for it.
Yeah, you're talking about going to the hospital possibly.
Yeah, I went for it like last week, about 5 or 6 days ago, and they gave me antibiotics, and I lost them or they got stolen or something out of my bag. I think they're at Safeway, I'm not sure. I don't know, I gotta find them. I tried finding them like 3 days in a row. It's not working, so I'm just gonna go back to the clinic.
Let's see, you say your daughter's 13.
Yeah.
You have a relationship with her currently?
We have a phone relationship off and on.
Yeah.
I need to see her.
Yeah, she's in.
I want to see her super bad.
And where's she at?
She's in Tacoma.
Tacoma, yeah, okay. And I see another tattoo that says Claire, is that right?
Clark.
Clark? Who? Tell me about that one.
That's my last name.
Oh, gotcha, I see. What made that? Well, Chris, is there anything that you would want the people of Seattle to know?
Yeah, I like living here, and I'm not planning on being homeless forever. I want to get back on my feet and have a place to see my kid. And I'm like going through some shit to where like I'm trying not to be like, I don't know, as much like, because I was kind of criminalistic there for a little bit, and so I'm trying to break myself of that so I can just like work. I want to get a job, probably as a cook, because that's what I was. I got a lot of cooking experience, and yeah, I want to fix my foot and get back in the swing of being active in my kid's life again.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been for a while, for
Yeah.
a long time, and that sucks.
Yeah.
That super sucks.
Yeah, man, she needs you. I know my girls need me.
Are you with your kid's mom?
No.
No?
So I have them half the time. And
How old are your kids?
8 and 10.
8 and 10.
Yeah. Going on 11 and 9. So they're, they're getting there. I got a couple more years of their kid being kids, which I love. I absolutely love it, but growing up fast. I mean, you have a teenager, right? 13.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man, she needs you.
Teenager.
She needs you, Chris. You can do it, dude.
I don't know if I like that. Teenager, yeah.
Well, what are you going to do?
I don't know. Nothing I can do, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Teenager.
Yeah. I have a pre-nager. Tweenager.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks for your time, man. I appreciate it. It's good to hear your voice, and thanks for sharing.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll grab that little mic.